Let's look under the hood for a moment. Picture a pupil. Late evening, kitchen table strewn with photocopies, a pencil worn down to a nub. They keep redoing the same worksheet, confident that more hours will solve it. Midnight comes, they're exhausted, and the score barely budges. Sound familiar? Why does extra effort sometimes stop helping? Why does grinding feel like motion without progress?
Here's the big idea in plain English: diminishing marginal returns. It's a fancy way of saying each extra hour you put in usually helps less than the hour before. That first 30 minutes often gives a big jump. You fix a misconception, you get the method. But by hour 3, your brain is tired, mistakes pile up, and the gains shrink. In operational research, we use this all the time to decide where to put scarce resources. The same logic helps you decide where to put your study time.
Let me tell you a short story from when I was advising a trading desk. A junior analyst spent hours polishing one forecast model. It looked neat, but the improvement in prediction was tiny. Meanwhile, a rough idea on a different market would have reduced risk far more. The lesson: early effort tends to capture the low-hanging fruit. Later effort often chases tiny tweaks. The variance is where the story is. Variability across topics and the size of possible gains matters. So, how do you use this? 3 simple steps you can try today. Step 1, measure. Run short, timed checks, quick quizzes, 5-minute retrieves, to see how much you improve after a block of practice. Step 2, compare marginal gain. Ask yourself, which 30 minutes made me better in a useful way? Step 3, reallocate. Move your next session towards the topic with the higher marginal gain until its returns shrink too. Measure again, repeat. That's it. Measure, compare marginal gain, reallocate.
Why this works, briefly and with a touch of PhD polish. Early practice reduces big systematic errors, misunderstandings of concepts, missing steps in a method, simple misconceptions. Later practice tends to reduce small random errors, the sort of tidy-up that helps but far less. Operationally, you're maximizing expected improvement per minute of effort. Think like a statistician. You want the highest expected marginal gain given your time budget. Don't fear the decimal. Small percentages add up when you use time wisely.
Let's make this concrete with a quick classroom scene. Imagine 2 topics. Topic A is algebraic manipulation. Topic B is interpreting graphs. You have 1 hour. One approach is to do 60 minutes on topic A. Another is 30 minutes on A and 30 on B. After each 30-minute block, give yourself or your students a 2-question quiz. If the second 30 on A barely improves scores, but the 30 on B boosts them a lot, that's your signal to switch more time to B next session. Simple experiments like this reveal where your effort actually moves the needle.
Student challenge. Try this 1-hour experiment with me. Pick 2 topics you find tricky. Set a timer for 30 minutes on topic 1 and do focused practice. No phones, no distractions. Then take a 2-question self-test. Score it quickly. Repeat with topic 2. Record the 2 scores. Which 30 minutes produced more usable game? Which one would you spend another 30 minutes on tomorrow? I'll give you the worked example and scoring sheet in the show notes, so hold that cliffhanger for a moment and try the experiment before you peek.
Parents, here are 2 simple conversation scripts you can use at dinner that support efficient study without nagging. Script 1. What gave you the most learning today? A long hour or one small activity that made things click? This praises evidence, not hours. Script 2. Let's try a micro-experiment tonight. 30 minutes on topic A, 30 on topic B, quick tests after each. We'll look at which helped more. For younger children, make it a game. Points for improving accuracy, not just time spent. This builds curiosity and reduces the more is always better trap.
A quick family micro-experiment idea. During a weekend study hour, set a 2-topic challenge and use sticky notes to record scores. Celebrate the topic where the tiny experiment showed the biggest improvement. The aim is to praise smart effort. You chose the thing that made you better. Spot on.
This shifts the language you use at home from hours to evidence.
Teachers, here's a ready-to-run activity mapped to GCSE and A-level practice design. Run short, repeated retrieval blocks, 3 rounds of 12 minutes per topic with a 2-question diagnostic after each block. Use a 1-page marginal gain sheet, quick ticks and a single sentence from the pupil. What improved most? Low prep. Students self-score, swap with a partner for a quick check. Misconception note. Some foundational fluency needs repetition even when marginal gain looks small. Basic algebraic manipulation or times tables, for instance, are worth sustained practice. For A-level stretch, ask higher ability students to model the trade-off quantitatively. Estimate expected improvement percentages and allocate time using a simple spreadsheet. This maps well to A-level statistics paper 3 style thinking about decision under uncertainty.
A few cautions so this isn't misused. First, Diminishing Returns is a guide to reallocate practice smarter, not a license to skip necessary repetition. If a pupil lacks fluency, repetition is essential. Second, keep measurements simple. 3 short trials, then compare marginal gain. Don't obsess over tiny differences. Third, make classroom routines low prep. Peer checks and short diagnostics do the job without piling on marking. These 3 safeguards address real risks teachers and students worry about.
So what's the advantage, in one sentence? Reallocating effort where marginal returns are highest gets better results with less burnout. Practically, measure a bit, compare what actually improves, and move your time to the places that yield the biggest useful gain. That's the math advantage. If you enjoyed this, go to jcacademyonline.co.uk. They include the 1-page scoring sheet and a worked example of the student challenge. Try the 1-hour experiment this week, and if you're a teacher, try the 3-round retrieval routine tomorrow. If this episode helped you think differently about study time, subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Share this with a teacher or a parent you know. They'll thank you. Stay curious.